Hiya folks, it's Kikoskia here, just letting you know that this video contains scenes that may not be suitable for people who suffer from epilepsy. Keep this in mind as you watch this video. And now, on with the conspiracies! Welcome back folks, let's replay Deus Ex. And when last we left off, we were able to deal with Gunther Herman and get the uplink data that Morgan Everett needed. We were also able to find all that gold, but good luck moving 40 tons of that without anyone noticing, Mr. Everett. I know you're the leader of the Illuminati, but even that has some limitations. Or does it? For doing all of that, Morgan Everett agreed to meet us, and here we are in his lab. Morgan Everett is in fact up there, and we'll be talking to him soon enough. But first, there are a few more things I'd like to explore, starting with what's in these boxes over here. The answer is rod charger ammo and rod charger ammo. Never mind! Let's keep going, shall we? And find the aquarium. It's split into two halves. This half here that has some goodies in it, I see a rebreather and some darts, and this half here that has no goodies and the way in. We'll be exploring that soon enough and putting our expert swimming to great use. And then there's an area off the main corridor over here where we meet an old friend. Hello Alex, it's been a while.
Good news, huh? Looks like we might pull this thing off.
Alex, what are you doing here?
Tong sent me. He wanted me to help with the decryption.
Looks like Everett has it all figured out.
Listen quickly. Tong doesn't trust the Illuminati. He sent me here to keep an eye on Everett.
I see. How about the triads? Is the truce going to hold?
Last I heard, but I guess we have other things to worry about now, huh? I'll keep you in touch through your info link. I'll try my best to keep you informed.
Yes, do exactly that. Keep me informed.
Oh, we want to be very informed about everything that's going on. What a surprise, Tracer Tong doesn't trust Morgan Everett's intentions. And who can blame him?
You won't be hearing from Tong for a while. He had to leave Hong Kong.
Why? The triads?
He said he had some business to take care of. I don't know, he didn't look so good.
Sick?
Either that or something was bothering him. The last thing he said to me, it was something about all the machines in his lab being useless. And then he cut off the connection.
Useless for what?
It was just an outburst. I don't know, but he wants me to wait here for instructions. JC, Tong is serious about Everett. He wants you to be careful.
Oh, I will be, don't worry. And that information about Tracer Tong and all the machines being useless, that is worrying considering we heard that very nasty cough when we were in the main part of Paris. Something's gone really wrong.
While you're in the air, I guess I'll be helping Everett prepare Daedalus for the attack. I hope he knows what he's doing.
Me too. He's pretty smart, but he may be blinded by his ambition.
The Echelon kernel was designed almost exclusively for collecting data, so we have to add functionality for memory wipes, thread termination, that kind of thing.
I'm sure you can do it.
It's not often you get to construct a software worm that might do some good for the world.
Indeed.
Everett and Tong will need some control of the network if they're ever going to come out of hiding.
Indeed they will.
Good luck at Vandenberg.
Vandenberg, is that where we're going?
Some of the best scientists in the world have joined up with Savage.
Ah, we've heard of Savage before.
I'll keep you updated on the situation here.
Thanks, Alex.
Good luck at Vandenberg.
Let's check out this computer, I'm sure you won't mind. This computer is run by Everett Global Enterprises, and there's that Daedalus word again. Daedalus truly is everywhere. We're going to hack this and get some very important information. I placed the nano-organic material that we received today in suspension until you have an opportunity to perform an analysis. The codes are 2384 and 6426. Please let me know if you have any questions. Toby. We'll be getting that sure enough. We could always do with more nano stuff. There is a medical bot here. We don't need it. And there's also this here. That's locked behind a 4 multi-tool keypad. We don't need to use any multi-tools though, we'll be finding the code for that pretty soon. And there's this data cube. Toby, I'm afraid I'll be in the lab for quite a while concentrating on this most interesting new development. If you need access to the security system, this week's code is Pinchen. We should be especially wary now with this recent turn of events. I imagine Bobby is feeling the first signs of apprehension, and he tends to overreact when that happens. And if Lucius continues to complain, you may access his life support with the same password at the central computer. Don't raise his temperature more than a degree, as I don't want him thawing out. Everett. Lucius must really be unwell. Let's go and talk to him about that. To the left leads to where Morgan Everett is, and because I didn't find the key there, I know I'm not going to be finding it there either, so let's go and get that way open that we found in that bathroom. The best way we know how. With a lamb! We do have plenty of them, we might as well use at least one. Over here we go. Fortunately, I don't think anybody's going to complain that I'm about to do this. Besides, it needed remodeling anyway. There we go. Yep, nobody's concerned. Marvellous. We're in. And here is a security computer terminal. Let's hack into it and see what we can mess around with. Probably just cameras. Camera off in Lucius DeBeers' monitor room and the rooftop helipad, and that's a little bit concerning. We'll turn these off. Go in here. We get 100 skill points for exploration. And there's some money and a data cube. Beth, feel free to visit with Morpheus while I'm away. The code is 8001. I'm sure you will have many interesting things to discuss. And pay no attention to Lucius, he complains at the slightest provocation. Everett. Where is Lucius? Lucius is right here, in this machine. Pretty much frozen.
What are you doing back here? Denton, right?
Yeah. You're alive in that thing?
I am conscious. Tell Everett I am cold. He keeps me so cold.
Who are you? Do you mind if I ask?
The Supreme Enlightened. The leader of the Illuminati.
I thought Everett was a leader.
I am the leader. I brought the Illuminati up through the 20th century to the height of their power. I had presidents and premiers eating out of my hand. I am the one. Our decline is the result of my own. All we need is for me to get back on my feet. What did Everett tell you?
Nothing.
I merely await certain technologies. Then I will be restored. Everett has sworn it.
Has he now? Also, that nothing is because we haven't spoken to Morgan yet. We'll be doing that in a moment. You get some dialogue for speaking to Lucius first. Let's talk some more.
He promised me.
Did he now?
I'm so cold. Tell Everett I'm cold.
That we will, Lucius.
He needs me. The Illuminati would have ruled the planet if only he had listened to me years ago.
Would they? Who knows?
I was the one who warned him about Page.
They probably would, yep. You warned him. I don't think Morgan listened.
Everett was too enamored with his young apprentice Bob Page to listen to an old man like me.
And look what happened.
I demand that he check my thermostat. The maid must have bumped it, I'm certain.
Maybe they're keeping you this cold so that you don't thaw out, as it was described.
We should have poisoned Page the first time he forged laboratory data.
Lucius would have dealt with the problem very quickly, it seems.
We don't equivocate about outsiders, do we? Mr. Kennedy mentions a plot during a speech at Columbia University. He's out. No discussion. No matter that we got him elected. But a student of ours, an initiate. Oh, heavens, no.
I did not know you had this much dialogue, Lucius, and my conspiracies on top of conspiracies on top of conspiracies making a conspiracy sandwich. I don't want to know what a conspiracy sandwich tastes like.
Too often, we aid the ambitious, and then they get away from us. Kennedys, the Chinese, now Bob Page.
Any more dialogue?
Don't you get away from us, young Denton. We can't afford to lose you.
I can't make any promises, Lucius.
I feel so numb. Get Everett down here. Hurry.
I think he's a little busy, I'm afraid.
He ignores my transmissions.
You can send transmissions from in there? That is a very fancy piece of tech.
I am too tired now. Go away.
Fair enough.
I'm so cold.
Let's go. You really can't speak that loudly. It doesn't take much to get out of range of what he's saying. Now let's go and use that code that we got to go and talk to someone called Morpheus. We've not seen anyone called Morpheus here, and we've only heard mention of Morpheus inside that data cube. I wonder who Morpheus is. Don't mind me, cat. Just passing. The way we need to go is over here. And use this. 8001. We're in, and the door clipped through our body, bringing us to here. 100 skill points awarded, exploration bonus. There's some plasma ammo. There's also the mirror lock mechanism key, which means that to get the code, you need to go past the mirror lock, which then gives you the key to get past the mirror lock. So one way or another, you're either spending some lockpicks, explosives, multi-tools, or you're using prior knowledge to get into these places without expending resources. Is this Morpheus?
J.C. Denton, 43 years old, no residence, no ancestors, no employer, no...
How do you know who I am?
I must greet each visitor with a complete summary of his file. I'm a prototype for a much larger system.
What else do you know about me?
Everything that can be known.
There's a lot of dialogue with Morpheus, and I'm going to be quiet and just let it all play out.
Go on. Do you have proof about my ancestors?
You are a planned organism, the offspring of knowledge and imagination, rather than of individuals.
I'm engineered, so what? My brother and I suspected as much while we were growing up.
You are carefully watched by many people. The unplanned organism is a question asked by nature, answered by death. You are another kind of question, with another kind of answer.
Are you programmed to invent riddles?
I am a prototype for a much larger system. The heuristics language developed by Dr. Everett allows me to convey the highest and most succinct material of any pyramidal construct of knowledge.
How about a report on yourself?
I was a prototype for Echelon 4. My instructions are to amuse visitors with information about themselves.
I don't see anything amusing about spying on people.
Human beings feel pleasure when they are watched. I have recorded their smiles as I tell them who they are.
Some people just don't understand the dangers of indiscriminate surveillance.
The need to be observed and understood was once satisfied by God. Now, we can implement the same functionality with data mining algorithms.
Electronic surveillance hardly inspires reverence. Perhaps fear and obedience, but not reverence.
God and the gods were apparitions of observation, judgment, and punishment. Other sentiments toward them were secondary.
No one will ever worship a software entity peering at them through a camera.
The human organism always worships. First, it was the gods. Then, it was fame, the observation and judgment of others. Next, it would be the self-aware systems you have built to realize truly omnipresent observation and judgment.
You underestimate humankind's love of freedom.
The individual desires judgment. Without that desire, the cohesion of groups is impossible. And so is civilization. The human being created civilization, not because was made to assist you. I am a prototype of a much larger system. I was made to assist you.
That entire debate are things that are still being discussed today. Debates of morals and the future of AI and the future of society. All of it still pertinent, so many years after this game was released. And it's one of the reasons why Deus Ex is so very much enjoyed, even now. There's nothing more we can learn from Morpheus. Let's go talk to Everett, the leader of the Illuminati. Or is he? Lucius DeBeers said that he was the leader. We got 500 skill points for getting here.
So this is where the Illuminati ended up after centuries of conspiring to rule the world.
The conspiracy is about to begin again, JC, between you and me. Nicolette was wise to bring us together. Wise like her mother. The most effective partnerships, like Beth's and mine, arise from mutual necessity.
I came to talk about the Grey Death. Atanwe said you cracked the virus.
A trivial matter. Page added nothing to the core design. However, what we need to construct is a carbon ROM module, not exactly a vaccine.
Can it be done without a universal constructor?
No, we need time on a UC. But I know where we might find one, and also gain access to the U.S. military networks.
U.S. military?
To stop Icarus from completely destroying the Daedalus AI. Daedalus is a design of mine. It replaced the old Echelon 3 network.
Echelon? The surveillance system for the United Nations. So Daedalus was an MJ12 tool and rebelled?
More of a pattern-matching error. It classified Majestic 12 as a terrorist group, alongside the NSF and Silhouette.
And alongside the Illuminati, right? Are you sure Daedalus is your ally?
What matters to us is that it opposes Majestic 12. We must help it destroy their intelligence apparatus. But that will require the military networks. I have already contacted Gary Savage of X-51.
The former Area 51 scientists. Are they still camped out at the Vandenberg Air Force Base?
They are close to completing a UC and have the kind of connection Daedalus will need.
Sounds like my pilot and I should head to Vandenberg.
Yes, I took the liberty of radioing him. Here is the key to the helipad stairway. The door is in the foyer where Atanwe revived you. Good luck. I will be in contact.
By the way, Lucius DeBeers says he's cold.
I know. 18 degrees Celsius, to be exact.
Don't you think that's a little chilly?
I keep his metabolism low so he will last. He is a good advisor. A one-man think tank, so to speak.
He said he's the leader of the Illuminati.
A harmless fantasy. He also thinks I'm going to restore his body.
You aren't?
The technology has been around for decades, but he does not need to know that.
Morgan Everett betrayed his friend. He's told him that he'll cure him, but isn't going to do so. He's just going to keep him alive for as long as possible to get as much information out of him as possible. Got a lot to say, Morgan. Let's get started on it.
Don't forget to say hi to your friend from UNATCO, Mr. Jacobson.
Already bumped into him.
Very thoughtful of Tom. My own computer technician. I suppose he can help me prepare a comlink for Daedalus.
That's the first of many things he's going to say.
What's that computer system for? The one with the blue face for an interface.
Oh, nothing. Just something for passing the time and amusing guests.
It has access to quite a bit of information, including information about me.
An old prototype, for Daedalus, actually. It doesn't really handle surveillance in its current state.
So you have your own private echelon system.
Mr. Denton, your pilot is waiting.
Trying to deflect the question, are you, Morgan? It's not going to work, I'm afraid.
You saw a piece of Echelon 3 in Beth's chateau. We salvaged some of the hardware.
Oh?
Surveillance used to be daemon-based. Daedalus is more distributed. A blip of his code runs on every communication device on the planet.
That is exceptionally distributed.
If we control communications, we can organize and the other side cannot.
The advantage that Bob Page currently has over you.
Lack of organization is exactly what has plagued X-51.
And you think you can bring organization to them, I imagine?
They're great scientists, but isolated. They left Area 51 to protest Majestic 12's experiments, and that's what it amounted to, a protest.
And Now we're taking advantage of it, are we?
They don't even coordinate with the NSF, which is headquartered a few hundred miles to the north.
Maybe they don't agree with each other. Who knows?
You see the need for global organization. Someone has to bring these disparate groups together.
And let me guess, Mr. Everett. That someone is you, right?
X-51 has assembled excellent technology. They just need someone to help them use it.
Again. You, I imagine, right?
You will be my representative at Vandenberg.
What a surprise.
I will trust you to find a way to manufacture the cure.
Let's hope we can actually do that, eh?
Meanwhile, I have other preparations to make.
Like?
You will be my representative at Vandenberg.
I don't think he has anything else to say. And when we come back, folks, we have a little bit more exploring to do here, mainly in the aquarium, and we need to pass on some information to Lucius. Once we've done that, we'll be done here, and then we'll be off to Vandenberg. We can turn off these cameras, we can also turn off these containment fields. We could have used the passwords that we got from the email, but this is just as fine. And so, I'll catch you next time, folks, and I'll see you then. Later. Also, there are goodies there to be had if we want them. If we want them. Later. Whee! Ha ha! I always love doing that.